Hey, this is PID Archer. I'm just doing a quick video this time on something that's pricked my curiosity a little. This is the 380 handgun. I've been doing some research on YouTube and other stuff where people have really talked smack about the 380. This is mainly people like the Chuck Norris wannabes who think they're Rambo and anything below a .45 elephant round will kill a person. Mostly these people just talk slack about it because it's small and they need to feel manly, so they want a bigger handgun. But actually, they do about the same as a 9mm. I was watching Weapons Education when he actually told me about this because I was wondering about this topic. And actually, the 380 is basically a smaller 9mm round. He stacked them both together. They look like the same diameter round and everything like that. It's just 9mm is like this big, and the 380 was around this big. Sort of like the difference between a 12 gauge shotgun and a 20 gauge shotgun. Just a little bit difference of powder. So let me talk about some advantages to this 380 handgun. Some advantages to the 380 shotgun. Let's just look at the pricing first off. The price of these are really cheap. Whereas most 9mm 45s go for around $500 to $800. Most of the 380s I've seen go for $200 to $300, like the Ruger LCPs, the Taurus models. They're all $200 to $300. So if you don't have much money to buy a handgun and you need one, you'd like one to carry around with you, these aren't that bad of an idea if you're in a pinch for money. If you're a college kid like me, or just related to the Duggars and 20 kids and you don't have that much money, just this gun will do you good because it's only $200 to $300. Not that bad, but that bad depends on your situation like mine. $200 to $300 is a lot. So there's a cheap aspect of it, but also look at the versatility of this round. The versatility of the 380 is really sort of what's appealing to me, because I mean, it's a small gun. I went to a gun show one time and held one of them, and it feels small in my hand, but that's sort of a good thing, isn't it? I mean, it's almost like trying to hide a pocket knife on you. It's not that hard to do. These guns you can just stick in your pocket or tuck under your shirt. I mean, these guns you can hide almost anywhere, it seems like, because they're just so small. I mean, who wouldn't want something like that? I mean, would you rather carry around a brick or a pebble? That's what it looks like to me, these XD 45s, the Glock 45s, the M&P 45s, 1911s. All these are bricks, big guns that look relatively hard to hide on you, whereas these 380s, you can just stuff it in stuff it in your pocket, in your shoe, boot. You can hide them anywhere. So that looks like a pretty serious advantage to me. We've seen the good parts of this gun, the cheap aspect and the versatility. Let's look at the ammo cost, because that's pretty big. Like with archery, finding a bow isn't that hard. Like you already saw, I made a bow out of PVC pipe. Now bows are expensive, but I mean, once you have a bow, that's just half the fight. Just like having a bow is useless without arrows, which the arrows cost around $4 to $7 an arrow or more, depending on the quality of arrow you get. But most target arrows that I get are around $4 from Walmart, because there again, I'm a poor boy working minimum wage. I don't have that much money to spend. So ammo is an important part of it, because you can't shoot a gun unless you have ammo for it. So I've done some research on the ammo for this, and from what it looks like, it just depends on where you get them. Virtually, they're around the same cost as a 9mm, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more, so not that different. Although I've heard a rumor that gun shops and gun shows hear that this 380 round is in high demand, so they boot the price up on it. Supply and demand, stuff like that, those economic rules that you're supposed to remember from high school, but the class was too boring to remember, so you just forget about it. But from what I've seen, cheap ammo for these, and it all depends where you are. Some 9mm will go for like $20 for 50 rounds, whereas the 380's will be like $30 for 50 rounds. I mean, hey, both of them, they're less than $1 per round, but I mean, I don't see the difference in the two. So there you have it. That's my 380. So there you go. That's my take on the 380 handgun. I would get if push came to shove. I mean, I have a plan for getting myself into the firearm world, but if I had to buy a handgun to go somewhere and that I would need a handgun for, 380 isn't a bad idea. I would get a 380 over going bankrupt over a 9mm or a 45. So there's my take on the 380. Then this is PIT Archer reminding you to walk a Christian walk and carry a loaded Glock.